Well, critics of the nuclear agreement inked in Iran are pointing to the Clinton-failed nuclear deal in North Korea. That was in 1994, saying that this isn't the first time that the U.S. hasn't been able to deliver a lasting deal. And the chief negotiator of that agreement with North Korea says our deal with Iran could be far worse. Former Ambassador Rob Gallucci, welcome to the show. Why is this one potentially so much more dangerous than the one we had in 1994?
I'm not at all sure it's potentially more dangerous or less dangerous. It's very difficult to know what's going to happen. What I would suggest is that we could learn from the 1994 agreement, which wasn't a bad agreement. It was probably executed over a period of time not as well as it could be. The North Koreans cheated on the deal. We caught them cheating on the deal. Clinton administration decided, probably at the time for good reasons, not to immediately confront them with that. The Bush administration, by the way, did the same thing.
Well, why wouldn't we confront them in the embryonic stages of these deals when they can't be trusted, when they broke their agreement? Why wouldn't we confront them then? Why would we wait for them to build 5, 6, 10, a dozen nukes and then try to confront them?
Okay, so let's be clear here. We can relive the 1994 agreement or just try to learn from it. I want you to set us up for what's going to happen in Iran. If Iran cheats, and you're saying we didn't, we knew North Korea cheated, but we did nothing, even though they hadn't got to the point where they had the nuclear threat, then obviously what would we do if Iran cheats? So would we just sit back and placate them, or sit back and say, no, don't do it, the world's watching? In 1994, when we did the deal with North Korea, our intelligence community assessed that it was more likely than not that North Korea had 1 or possibly 2 nuclear weapons. So we were negotiating with a country that might already have gotten nuclear weapons, and what we were trying to do was shut down all their fissile material programs, which then were exclusively in the plutonium area. We did that. We also, and I testified at the time, that North Korea cheating was not an inconceivable possibility.
Sure.
Right? And we said, though, we would have a good chance of catching, or a very good chance of catching, any significant cheating, and we caught them.
But I don't,
doing a deal with Pakistan.
We've got less than a minute. This is what I don't get. The notion that we caught them means nothing if they have a nuclear weapon. How did they, by the way, I think this is what we really need to understand because of the Iranian deal. How did the Koreans go from to having the plutonium to be able to enrich, get the uranium, create the, how are they able to do that? Because we need to be looking for these warning signs in the new deal.
We're short on time, so I'll be blunt. The Clinton administration planned on confronting the North Koreans in a way that would re-engage them. They planned to do this, I believe, I wasn't in government, in the Gore administration. We didn't have one of those. At the beginning of the Bush administration, the team was briefed in. They decided also to continue with the deal and watch what was happening and to see whether the cheating continued. And then they confronted the North Koreans, the deal collapsed, and the North Koreans then went off and built nuclear weapons, and they tested nuclear weapons. The issue for us right now with Iran is, can we catch them? And if we do catch them, will we do something constructive about it? And that's something the administration, those are questions they have to answer.
Ambassador Gallucci,
so far they have.
I want to say thanks, because I think that was the key word. Are we willing to confront them once we catch them cheating? We appreciate your time and your expertise this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Hey, so